Corporal Machado of Grey Death Legion Intelligence. Call sign Punished Fink, reporting in. Earlier this week, a contingent of Draconis Combine were reported having a skirmish with Clan Steel Viper on their border. The unit defenders registered as Ghost Regiment. We couldn't get exact markings. We believe it's the 9th Ghost Regiment versus a small force, probably a raiding group, maybe even bandit caste, judging by the tactics used by Clan Steel Viper. The Draconis Combine were using a Jenner JR7-D, a Wasp WSP-1K, and two Panthers PNT-9Rs. Whereas Clan Steel Viper were reported using a Locust, preferably a Clan refit, a Dasher, a Baboon, and a Koshi. As you can see in the Battle ROM video, the Draconis Combine were pushed off of the field. Both their Panthers were dealt damage, one of them being crippled and left on the battlefield. Jenner was also badly damaged along with the Wasp. The only one that was in any type of fighting order was Solo PNT-9R, whereas it doesn't seem that the clan mechs really suffered any damage. Opinion that we should be taking these clan invaders way more serious. It has been years since they were defeated at Turkeyad, but we can see that they are becoming more and more hostile.
So we go into setup. I lose initiative, so I place first, and my opponent kind of groups together while I don't. So here we are in turn one. I lose initiative, so I move up first. Trying to just push up that center, getting my Panthers, but I want to get those lights up there first to kind of distract away from those lighter mechs. Um, kind of keep my heavy hitters as artillery, so to speak. My Panther does fire one shot, but the mods are too high, so he automatically fails. Doesn't really gain any heat thanks to just barely having that heat management. Again, I'd like to thank HobbyQuest for hosting us. They're a great shop up in the greater Sacramento area in Elk Grove. So if you're there, give it a check out. And as you saw from the setup video, yeah, I'm kind of a little bit outclassed in this game. I didn't check my opponent's battle value, and he came in a good 300 points above me. And man, you'll see later on in this video, but those heavy lasers that the Fire Moth has, and I believe the Koshi as well, yeah, those do some serious damage. That Locust is no slouch too. That Locust, ooh, ooh, it gets me. Turn two again, as is my tradition. Apparently, I lose initiative. So I move up first. I try to get one of my Panthers up there on the ridge, try to give him some partial coverage. My Jenner gets up there. My other Panther also gets up there on the partial coverage as well. Jump my Wasp up into cover and woods, get those modifiers. Um, he's going to try and take out that Koshi, but with a medium laser, not so much. Then we go, and there it is. Yeah, that Locust is not being very clans like. He's charging right into that Panther. What I dub Panther 1. Panther 2 is the one without the fancy dancy base. I kind of painted up the Jenner and that second Panther a little bit day before. And now my opponent's just kind of like debating on whether he's going to charge me with that Fire Moth as well. He does come around and sneak into the rear of the Panther. Yeah, he was thinking about charging Panther 2, but he decided against it. All right. Combat. Locust, as I said, charges Panther 1 and Alpha Strikes, hitting with everything, which is two ER small lasers and a medium pulse laser. Um, Panther 1 fires an SRM 4 because that PPC is not really going to do him any good with that minimum range. He misses, but he does punch the Locust as it's charging him, and he gets 2 hits. So that's at least 6 points of damage. Not much, but something. Uh, Panther 2 fires the PPC, also misses. Jenner Alpha strikes and only hits with one medium laser on that Fire Moth. Almost takes out an arm. I wish it did. Wasp fires at the Koshi. Medium laser misses. And then the Fire Moth Alpha strikes the Jenner. Gets 3 weapon hits. Howler fires 3 LRM5s. Only one of them hits. And the Koshi fires at the Wasp and misses. Sorry, I'm not giving too detailed about the opponent's firing. I asked him to mark, but he kind of just forgot because it's a new thing that I was trying to have a system of for this battle report. Nothing on. I'm not upset. Just letting you guys know. Now I believe we've already gone into physical. Yeah, because you see that Panther gets moved back, and he actually fails the piloting skill roll, so he gets knocked down this turn. And yep, there he goes. Yeah, this Panther did not have a good time this game. And here we go into turn 3. Now, turn 3 is a rarity for me because I actually win the initiative in this game. Well, this round, I should say. I stand up my Panther since he is down but not out. Opponent moving that Howler up there. There you go. I stand that Panther up and just back him up a little bit. Now that Koshi was hoping to get a little bit of rear action on that Wasp, but he still has jump jets. And over there in the corner, you can see that Panther 2 actually tries to death from above that Howler. Locust coming in to flank the Panther. And then finally, I jump the Wasp into relative safety. Now, turn 3 attack. The Panther 1 fires an SRM 4 at that Locust, but misses. The Jenner fires 4 medium lasers at the Locust. 1 hits, 3 misses. The Wasp fires that medium laser at the Koshi and also misses. Panther 2, like I said, tries to DFA, but he actually fails and falls down. In my notes, it actually says it fires a PBC, but that's not true because when you're DFAing, you can't weapon attack. Let's see here. Koshi fires heavy medium laser at the Wasp, and Streetcaster M6 and misses. Howler fires 3 LRMs at the Jenner. Only one of them hits. Firemoth fires 9 heavy small lasers. 2 of them hits the Wasp and actually does some pretty nasty damage on that rear armor there. Then the Locust C fires a medium pulse laser, 2 ER small lasers, all of which hit, and Panther 1, loses a leg. And I believe that Locust was actually trying to charge this turn too, but since he fell over because of not having a leg, he automatically fails that charge attack because target's not standing anymore. So that was a potentially 15 points of damage that he was able to skimp out on. But as you saw earlier with the record sheets up there, my stuff is not doing too good. The Jenner takes a jump jet hit. That Panther is pretty much nothing but scrap metal at this point. And of course, the Wasp has taken some pretty nasty damage. And then I think the Jenner tried kicking the Locust, if I remember correctly, but missed. Got his piloting skill roll to not fall over, though, so that's good. Oh yeah, the Dasher tried to charge. Almost forgot that. All right, turn 4. Surprise, surprise. I lose initiative. I know. Sucks. Losing initiative, I think, is really what's screwing me over on these games. And then again, I could also just be really bad at tactics. Anyway, this is going to be the final turn of the game for this Sunday. My local friendly game store, Hobby Quest in Elk Grove, California. Check them out. I'm not even sponsored. I just want more people to play BattleTech with. Well, anyway, they're not open late on Sundays, so we had to kind of wrap this game up. By the time that we put everything away, they're pretty much just closing up shop. So yeah, that little Panther 1 is left off to the pasture. Everything moves around, and then we get into combat. So the Jenner fires 2 medium lasers at the Locust, and actually 2 of them hit, which is probably the most weapons that actually hit from one mech this turn. Panther 1 fires that PPC at the Locust, but misses. The Wasp fires the medium laser at the Locust, misses. Panther 2 fires a PPC at the Koshi, but it misses. Koshi tries to return fire, but also misses, and is also spotting for indirect fire for the Howler. Now, the Howler had a really bad indirect fire because, well, Koshi moved, fired, all those modifiers add up, so Howler doesn't hit with anything. Locust fires at the Wasp and actually hits with everything, takes out a leg. Firemoth fires on that rear of that Jenner there, as you can see, and actually hits, taking out an arm and getting 2 engine criticals this turn. So this is when I'm basically like, yeah, this game's over. My opponent won. I have 3 mechs that are technically within force withdraw rules, and I just take the L. But in all honesty, still fun game. I still love this game even when I'm losing.
As you no doubt witnessed from the Battle ROM video, again I stipulate, Grayson, we need to be taking Clan Steel Viper way more seriously. They are a smaller clan, yes, it only came in the second wave of the invasion, but they're still very formidable. Punished Fink signing out.
Hey guys, so into the video, me. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate it. Be sure to tell me what you think about it. And yes, I know the intro and outro were cringe, but you know what? I wanted to show off my fancy Grey Death Legion jacket and try a little bit of impromptu acting. Try to do some world building or whatnot. So, little teaser for next video. Next week, we are going to be doing a 5,000 point value game again at the good old Hobby Quest in Elk Grove, California. I am going to be bringing a First Robinson Strikers, 5,000 points. We got a light, heavy, medium, and assault. So if you're in the area, feel free to come check us out. If not, like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Anyway, have a good one.